Hey everybody, so this quest, probably my most hated quest in the history of Monster Strike, Izanami Kai. This took forever to do. Man, this was a pain. Anyways, party here I've got Penglai, Killua, Penglai, and my friend I brought a Beethoven. So this has been out for a while, so I'm sure you've seen plenty of other videos of people completing this, but man, did I have trouble with this stage. But as you can see, there's a pair of fire monsters and a pair of wood monsters, and that's basically the gimmick for this entire stage. You need to make sure you take out the same element monsters at the same time, otherwise they will revive each other. As you can see, there are switch panels for your sling types, so you need to be careful of what sling version you end up being, and there are conveyor belts that will speed you up and lock you into a single direction. Now they can be helpful so that you end up focusing damage on the Sweetle, and I forget what the fire version of that is, but it also is a very negative, because if you end up prematurely jumping on one of those conveyor belts, you're stuck for that turn and you're not going to be able to do any other movements or damage. So it's a pretty big pain in the butt. The ones without the weak points do have a little bit more HP, so you got to do more damage to them, whereas the other mons with the weak points, as long as you slash through that, you are generally going to be able to one-shot them. Of course, if you have the elemental weakness, maybe you're not going to have as much to do that. And I mean, the thing is, there's a bunch of wood and fire monsters, so bringing all water monsters is not ideal, because you're going to have that weakness against the wood types, and of course bringing fire types will help for sure. So somebody like Beethoven, who has a water as part of their sub bomb combo, is going to be super useful. And as for the countdowns, the monsters with the weak points do have a ability locker attack if you leave them up for too long, and if you leave up the monsters that have the long counter without the weak point, they will explode on you for a significant amount of damage. It's not one hit kill, but unless you're at max health, you will die. And as you may have noticed at the beginning of this stage, I did use the helper item to give me an extra 10k HP, because as you can see, even with that, I'm barely over 90,000. Of course, two drop monsters, and the fact Killua is really skewed in terms of stats will do that in terms of HP. So this stage features 3 monsters instead of 2 that we've seen so far, and I mean, ideally you want to hit the boot and then take a ride on the conveyor belt, and if you are the appropriate sling type, you can swish across, turn into bounce type, and then pump against the monster that doesn't have the weak point. That's generally, I guess, the easiest way to take out all 3 in one shot, but of course you've got to be pretty flexible in what happens. There you go. That's the kind of action that I was talking about. So got pretty lucky there to finish it in a quick manner. You can easily spend a good amount of time here. Alright, this stage, so we finally see Izanami Kai, and this is pretty annoying. So as you can see, the conveyor belts are in a pretty accessible position, so if you can get yourself as a pierce type to hit the conveyor belt, pierce type through the weak point monster, and then ride the conveyor belt, turn into a bounce type, you can take out the high HP version of that mon pretty easily. Got a nice chance for the green wood types right now, so I'm not sure how Beethoven is gonna do that. But oh, another interesting thing with this party, this sucks. I took out the weak point mon, but not the rest. And as you can see, my Penglai got ability locked. one interesting thing with my party is that nobody has no warp. However, everybody does have no block. Ooh, this is a good chance. We should pay attention to that Sweetle on the bottom. He is going to explode if I can't kill him, so... luckily got rid of both fire types, so we don't have to worry about them. And we reset the counter for the Sweetle. So now we really do want to take care of the green... green Smydra. There you go. But we didn't, so we're gonna see a ability lock attack go down, and oh my god, 437 HP. Whew. Thank you, Gold Heart, but you know, this is what I mean. Clearly, the bonus item paid off. And again, under 10k, so more than paid itself off. So as you can see, I'm on the weak point. I know I don't have no warp, so I can direct myself reliably to pick up that heart and you know, have a second chance at life. Now we have taken a lot of time, so Izanami also has a pretty powerful attack if you leave her up too long, so we should consider starting to use some strike shots here. And of course, unfortunately, if Killua wasn't ability locked, he would have taken out all of those minions, but not so lucky there. Starting to get a little bit worried. Alright, all of the minions are gone, but we really don't have much time for Izanami, so... Did I use my strike shot? Yeah. Definitely not enough HP to survive this, so make sure you pay attention to those cooldowns. Everybody's cooldowns. They can make the difference between life and death. And there's just so many easy ways to get stuck, not be able to do anything. That I mean, that's really why like I had such a hard time with this stage. I mean, I am not the best striker in the world, not even close. But you know, I mean, you see my videos, right? I tend to make a good amount of mistakes. Like here, I am doing, I mean, not only did I miss my gauge shot, but I'm doing direct damage against the boss. But everybody, unless I kill the boss, everybody is gonna heal Izanami up. And it's these kind of like boneheaded mistakes that can really screw up the flow of this game, or this match, this stage. But luckily, Penguin there was able to, you know, spill out and take out the wood type monsters. So now we can focus on the fire type monsters. Now it is possible to pinch Izanami right under here where Killua is. If you're a bounce type, pierce type, you don't have a chance to do anything there. So there's not like a loop hit there. So really, what we want to do is take care of the fire dude on the top left. He has 2 turns before he explodes, so oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, got rid of the top 2, but unfortunately wasn't able to get rid of the boot on the bottom left, so all of that was for naught. I mean, we did reset the counter for the fire dude on top, so maybe it's not that bad, but learned my lesson this time, and having Killua move around, and luckily picked up the conveyor belt to take out the fire mobs. So now we can focus our attack on Izanami Kai. And I just thought that reflect laser is the reflect laser and the cross laser. They do so much damage. And if you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're just gonna suffer so much damage that can easily wipe out your team. But on the other hand, if you survive that, there's about 3 turns of just calm time. I don't know. I mean, you're going to focus as much attack as you can to Izanami Kai during this time. Am I contemplating a strike shot here? Probably getting a little bit worried in terms of time. Yeah, and I mean, that's what I'm talking. If you get the wrong bounce, or well, not really, but if you're just not pathing out fully, you're gonna end up on that conveyor belt and you're gonna lose the rest of your turn that way. So Killua hopefully gonna do some major damage with his all elemental slayer, and yep, great with the help of some bum combos. We go through this unscathed with 3 strike shots ready, and I mean Beethoven should be ready by the maybe second stage if we need. Okay, so this is pretty tough. I was hoping to just sneak through in between, but unfortunately I guess that's a clear pinch there. So the boot stays alive, so he's able to revive everybody else. Let's see, I was hoping that Beethoven wasn't overlapping over the conveyor belt, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. So again, another wasted turn. So that's 2 wasted turns basically, right? And and because you've just wasted a turn, you've done no damage to Izanami. But luckily I was able to sneak in between that boot and the weak point monster, and then nudge myself up in there to get rid of the non-weak point monsters. So the fire mons are dead. And so now, luckily, I think Killua, since Killua was the one moving around, he was able to wipe out the wood monsters. And I don't know what that was, but thank God it worked. And again, another wasted turn. I can't stress how much I hate this stage. I mean, there's a lot of luck involved with that bounce laser. Luckily, only 2 mons got hit. One of them was a water mon, so probably helped save me there. We've got 3 turns of quietness. The first attack is a homing attack, but you know, the ones that come after that are pretty intense. There's no reason to pick that up there. But Killua here will turn into a bounce type and do damage in between the Izanami Kai. So that's not too bad. 800k damage. But we see that pulsing attack happening, and I know the homing attack is coming. But I guess I want to save Beethoven's strike shot for later, so might as well use Penglai's strike shot now to make sure I can clear. Because I'm not sure if, well, probably Beethoven's would have been okay, but definitely saving his second stage strike shot for later will at least help clearing the stage. All right, so Beethoven's moving, and as you can see, there's that 1 on the left, 2 on the top right, and then for the fire it's 2 on the top left and 1 on the bottom right. Now, one thing I can do with this team, as I said earlier, is got rid of the wood types in one shot. That is pretty lucky. Since my party doesn't have null warp, we can try to take advantage of that. If you can take out the dragon, red dragon, with the weak point, then if you can position yourself correctly, you can go in between the other fire mons via the warp. If you hit the speed up panel, that could actually help as well, but again, it's pretty darn difficult. This made me really sad. You know, I was able to, you know, slash through everybody, but just a little bit left on that fire guy on the left. So not sure if this is gonna do it, but yes, just enough to clear out the minion. So now we can focus our damage on Izanami Kai. And HP is looking a little bit scary, but I probably could have gone side to side to do some weak point damage there. But luckily, I think only Beethoven took damage there, so help limited any further damage. But I do know that the bounce laser is coming, so rather than risk, you know, I don't remember what the pathing of that laser is, but I know it does a boatload of damage. So go with the vertical to try and Klua there. Just being able to do super amount of damage. Okay, so that's great. Now here I kick myself. So I don't know what I was thinking here. Why I thought this was a good idea. Like, I definitely would have wanted to angle more so that I pick up the speeds, and then at the very least end up on the conveyor belts on the sides so that I can take those guys out. But that was way too shallow, and you know, basically wasted that strike shot, right? Like, after I did that, I was like, oh my god, I screwed up again. I'm not gonna beat this stage one more time. But yeah, I mean, I was pretty angry at myself. Why did I do that? I mean, look at the time. It's 3:55 a.m. So who knows? Maybe it was the tiredness kicking in. But that's all right. We've got Beethoven's strike shot, and since I did save it so that he can pick it up for his second stage, he gets that much extra damage in him. And luckily, Kahlua also has the strike shot bonus attack up. So I mean, this is what I wanted to do. Like, Beethoven, clear everybody out, and then swish on the speed up panels. And so there we go. We have, you know, 2 turns of silence to do solid damage. Like, I'm pretty afraid of just ending up on the conveyor belt, so I do no damage. But even then, that was barely any damage. So, you know, I'm thinking to myself, can I do this? Can I do this? Kilo gets one last shot, hoping to get a paralyze out of that, but no luck there. And this is scary. I know that there's the homing and the bounce laser attack, so want to pick up as many hearts as I can, because I'm pretty sure I'm not confident that I can. And luckily, only 2 attack, and there you go. I see there's 3 turns before I have to worry about anything. Killua finishes the job, and oh my god. I never want to run Izanami Kai again. Took a screenshot, of course, but this was so painful. And of course, with the Izanami Kai, you are guaranteed a drop with the no continue. Of course, you have to no continue to finish this. Now, and if you do get any other drops from any other chests, those are standard Izanamis. But of course, why would you want to run this quest for standard Izanamis? No, you do not want to run this quest. Let's take a look at what sub bomb combo I got for the Izanami Kai. Again, I'm probably not going to run this ever again until I get some OP monsters for this stage, but take a look at my box and clear the sort. Boom. Cross laser S. Not ideal, but you know what? That is perfectly fine. I don't want to see that stage ever again, and so painful. But yeah. Thank you for watching. That's it for today. Until next time. Bye bye.